We want to get, the professional athletes of any sport to, change the conversations from cars, clothes, to investments, financial steps.
So many guys come into this with sort of the dumb jock complex without realizing that everyone else their age also has no knowledge of what to do from a fiscal standpoint or an investment standpoint.
That's something Patrick Kearney is hoping to change. Once a player himself, a defensive end for the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks, he's now on the other side, coaching athletes on how to manage their money.
Morning, gentlemen.
On a recent morning, he set up shop at the New York Giants training facility, speaking with rookies, including quarterback Daniel Jones, about the importance of being financially savvy.
There's two buckets you got to understand, fiscal and investment. While they're related, if you know one, it doesn't mean you know the other.
For young players, Kearney tackles things like the importance of finding a good financial advisor, someone who is credible and performs well, having a surplus of money every year instead of a spending problem, and not buying big-ticket items right away. Instead, he says, they can invest and grow their money, so they'll have more to spend later.
When you decide to spend that dollar on goods and services today, instead of investing it for the future, you're foregoing what that dollar could become. This is what sort of gets me at the draft and with young spenders. When I see the $100,000 watch on their wrist, I'm not judging them, but I wonder, do you think the jeweler told him that $100,000 watch actually cost him $6.4 million?
Former Giants wide receiver David Tyree wishes he knew more about managing money as a young player. He gained fame a few years into his career when he made the famous helmet catch in the 2008 Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. The Giants won the championship game 4 plays later, 17-14. Tyree is now an executive with the Giants, overseeing player engagement. But his financial life at the start of his pro ball career was less than stellar.
I was very frivolous. There was no budget, there was no advisor, there was no counsel. With that recipe, it certainly leads to a lot of poor decisions. And honestly, after my rookie year, I was broke.
These days, the NFL is taking notice and putting programs in place to help. Some players are also doing their part. Safety Michael Thomas and veteran wide receiver Russell Shepard both work off the field helping young athletes get smarter about their money.
I've seen a lot of guys come in and just really not know what to do with their money.
It's important for, not just rookies, but for vets too, for us to just have the conversations of like, what are you investing in? What have you learned? What have you done with your money? And, so you can keep growing and, you don't make the same mistakes.
I really want these young guys to understand what this opportunity is, to get this much money this early in life. If you're educated, the runway of decades ahead of them makes a ton of difference.
As Kearney says, they'll have the chance to change the trajectory of their families for generations. Sharon Epperson, CNBC Business News.